Hi everybody and welcome to Greenwich, Connecticut. I'm Justin Fink from Fine Homebuilding and we are here for year 5 of the Fine Homebuilding House project series. This is the first time that we're going to do a remodel, and it is going to be a massive remodel that we're starting with. Behind me, you see this house? Over the next 9 months, you're not even going to recognize it. We're taking this thing down to the studs and building it back up again, reimagining the floor plan, changing out windows and fixtures, hardwood floors. One of the biggest things that we're going to focus on during this project is going to be energy efficiency. It is going to be a complicated project with a big cast of characters, and we're going to take you through week by week. We are declaring this to be week 1, and it will start with a walkthrough of the designer and builder. So let's get started. Okay, this is a big house and there's gonna be a lot of changes. So the best way to eat an elephant, one bite at a time. We're gonna walk through this house room by room with Elizabeth DiSalvo, architect.
Hi, how are you?
And Albert, builder. And we're gonna talk about what's changing, what's staying the same, and just kind of get an overall preview of what's to come. Might as well start here in the foyer. What's changing?
The foyer is pretty much staying the same size and shape. The staircase is really just being modified to look more modern, and the handrail will be a much more modern design.
Location doesn't change.
Location doesn't change.
Okay, so the entrance stays largely the same, the feel of it, but
Correct.
so then we're going in here and we're calling this the living room?
The living room.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The family that's moving is a young family that's interested in entertaining, and they have a pool outside here, and this is the south side of the house. So we really want to open this wall up to get a more indoor-outdoor feel. We're going to put more glass doors here. And this fireplace chunk in the middle is going to be removed. Right now it's this giant thermal mass of masonry that goes up through the house. We're still going to have a fireplace, but it's going to be probably gas, possibly wood, that has its own air intake and exhaust, so that none of the fumes of that fireplace ever get involved with this house, and none of the air from this house gets sucked up a chimney, because that's where you get a lot of heat loss up through a chimney.
I mean, it's a pretty big no-no in a lot of people's eyes when you're doing a really ultra-tight, energy-efficient house. No fireplaces, but we have seen the sealed gas fireplaces because there's really no air loss going on.
There's no air loss,
and it's two-sided, so I'm going to be able to feel like I'm more connected to what will become the kitchen.
Correct.
Okay, and what are these doors going to be replaced with? Because this is a lot of potential air leakage, right?
So we use triple pane windows and doors, and lift slide doors it's a technology in which the door that are very thermally insulated can lift and slide away. And when they go back, they lock into place and create a great air seal.
We're going to definitely be here for those to go in, or at least to see how they function, but essentially they lift up off of the weather stripping and roll, but when they come back, they drop into that weather stripping. It's a super cool technology. So this, I'm guessing, is dining room right now, but we're going to be turning this into the kitchen, I think is what I saw in the plans, right?
Yeah, this is the kitchen. It actually takes over this space as well as the butler pantry that's beyond that wall. So it's going to be quite a large kitchen. The overall aesthetics of the house, it's sort of going from a shingle-style colonial sort of vibe of a house to a Danish modern or a much more modern house.
Okay.
So this wants to be open and airy, and we're gonna have a cabinetry wall here with a big stove in it, and then a giant 12-foot island actually.
12 feet?
12 feet.
And so that's gonna definitely be a centerpiece.
It is, and you know, this is a family home and an entertainment kind of home. So they want to hang out in the kitchen. They're gonna get a good outdoor connection to the land outside.
More doors here?
More doors, more glass doors, more glass. And we'll have the living room on this side, and when we go in the other room, it's going to be a family room there connected to the kitchen.
This is the butler pantry you're talking about, and this wall's coming down?
This fully becomes part of the kitchen, and all of this cabinetry goes. Part of the whole salvage operation is regifting the cabinetry and doors and flooring and everything.
So this is the existing kitchen, and wow, right off the bat, what strikes you is no windows and super dark.
No one wants a kitchen like this anymore.
Yeah, I mean, from a design standpoint, this is like...
It's not good.
Yeah.
That's why we moved the kitchen over there, closer to the light and closer to the center of the house. Because of the darkness and remoteness of this space, we chose to make it the place where all the utility stuff happens, the closets, that sort of thing. So this block of space basically becomes all that utility zone.
Okay, so a lot of little infill walls going up here. It's going to be closet. Everything's going to be reframed. So this big open space is going to become struck off the map and used for other stuff.
Yes.
Got it. And here we have, what, the family room? Is that what we're calling this?
Family room.
Biggest focal point in here for me is this fireplace, and also that's got to make you guys nervous, right? From an energy point of view, masonry is like notorious for being a problem to deal with. So what's the plan?
Well, this is one of our toughest spots because they really want to keep the fireplace.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, directly above this room is the master bedroom, and it has the fireplace too. And on the outside, you'll see there's this beautiful big chimney that's all stone, and they don't want to lose that. On the inside, we're going to put a firebox in each location so we can seal it up. We're going to get rid of the stone and just try to put a boatload of insulation here as close as we can get to enclose this masonry block so that we can try to cut it off from the interior.
And then whatever the interior finish will be is just going to, I mean, it'll always just be decorative, but it's going to be inside of the envelope.
Correct.
So this is going to be really cool. I've never seen somebody try to take a masonry fireplace like this and keep it in an ultra efficient house.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
steep
a challenge. Big challenge.
All right, we're definitely going to be circling back on that, see what you guys do. I know we've got the garage in the shared wall. What's the plan for that? It's an attached garage.
Yeah, this is going to become the outer envelope of the house, the wall between the garage and the house. So we're going to super insulate this wall too, mostly on the other side, in the garage side.
Right, because you don't want to eat too much into this hallway. That's a problem.
Yeah.
And then the garage itself is just kind of insulated for comfort at that point?
Correct, like a normal house.
Okay. What is this room, guys?
Well, right now it's an office.
Okay.
But it's going to become the dining room. So the back wall there will go away and this will get a little longer. And this bay window, which is sort of traditional, gets taken out, removed, and replaced with a more rectangular version with all triple pane glass and really well insulated.
Now that I'm guessing that's going to mean foundation changes underneath here,
we're going to try to do it without foundation changes if we can do a double cantilever a little bit.
Okay.
So we'll see when we open up the floor.
Right. So you guys have to keep a lot of things loose until you really open this up and get a sense of framing's running this way. Oh, that's a problem I didn't anticipate. There's definitely some of that, right? Yeah. Any other changes in here? Windows? Built-ins?
All of this paneling is going to go. And it's,
oh, really? You're not saving
we're
this
not
paneling?
Saving it.
Okay. So should we pop upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so walk me through the plan up here.
Well, as I said, we're going to remove these handrails and put in a much more modern handrail.
Okay.
And then these rooms back here are pretty much staying the same. This is going to be the guest bedroom wing of the house. So we'll have 2 guest bedrooms and a bathroom and a laundry. And this room here, which was a kid's room, is going to flip with the master bath over there. So the master bath will move in here so that we can get another kid's room down in that end. But basically, not a lot of change up here, just more modernization.
Okay, cool. So we go through here, and this goes up to the 3rd floor, right? The attic area, we'll get to that, but master bedroom, right?
Master bedroom.
And then, as Albert called it, the master bedroom lobby.
Exactly.
Yes. So relatively speaking, in a big house, this is not a huge master bedroom.
No, it's not too big. We like to encourage smaller master bedrooms so that it has a cozier feel. It's still bigger than most people's master bedrooms, but for a house this size, it's surprisingly not huge.
And of course, we're right above where we were just talking about the fireplace. This is the unit right above it, and same deal here. You're going to try and save this, or save the fact that there is a fireplace and make it more efficient.
Yeah, again, put a firebox in there enclosed with its own dedicated air supply and exhaust, and super insulate that wall to try to kill the thermal bridge of the giant masonry fireplace.
And then there was going to be those corner windows here, right?
Right.
So these windows go away.
Yep. It's a little narrower here, so maybe from here to there and there to there. Corner windows, floor to ceiling, in both corners of the room.
Okay. And so then we come back out here, quite a lofty master bathroom.
Yeah, it sort of, I think, has the 80s Pomo vibe. Maybe that's the last time they renovated this house.
Yeah.
It's a nice bathroom, but it's dated. The new bathroom's going to be so modern and really cool.
Cool.
It's really going to be one of our favorite rooms.
Okay, cool. I noticed something in the hallway I wanted to talk to you about out here. So these struck me as a little odd. I mean, from your point of view, is this just to get light into the hallway?
I think so, and I think as we walk into this room, you can see that this maybe also is part of that 80s kind of look.
It feels like this room is totally different than the rest of the house to me.
Completely different, definitely a later renovation. In this room, we're going to put a ceiling at the 8-foot height so that we can capture the space above for a playroom that we'll get to when we go to the 3rd floor.
Does this become a bedroom?
Yeah, this will be a bedroom.
Okay. Are you keeping the windows?
No, they're going to go. That was one of the first things to go.
Okay. I'm curious to hear what your plans are for the attic space.
Actually, we're changing it from an attic to a 3rd floor.
Okay.
It's going to be a livable living space. There's going to be a nanny room. This wall is going to open up to the place over that bedroom we were just in.
Oh, right.
And that's going to be a playroom. You can see all the roof angles are crazy in here, right?
Yeah, Talk about hard to install drywall. You can see right here,
Yeah.
it's showing signs of it being hard to have been installed, but I mean, nightmare to insulate this too, right? Because this is
Yeah.
going to be the boundary of your thermal envelope.
Super hard to insulate.
So what's the plan?
Well, we're taking off the roof over there, and we're
Yep.
going to put a simple gable on, get rid of all the dormers that we have to make it really easy to insulate and waterproof, right, Albert?
Yep.
Oh yeah, right, because you got to deal with all these changing roof planes and how to
Sure.
waterproof
Every
them.
time you introduce a dormer or another roof, you've got another spot.
That's a popular trend in new mansions.
Yeah.
The more complicated the roof, the better. Thank you for bucking that trend. So you said we're going to take the dormers out in here?
We're actually going to take the whole roof off from here, from this plane over, this whole roof goes.
Okay.
And we rebuild, the roof will be a little taller and go the full width of the house so you won't have these short knee walls. So to make all of this space more livable.
Okay. So you don't change the footprint of the house though. You're not going out. You're not adding even more height necessarily, or will the ridge end up being higher?
A little bit higher, but it's going to be a 10 and 12 instead of a 12 and.
Cool. But and so dormers are not coming back.
Dormers are not coming back.
And is that from an aesthetic point of view, or is that from an insulation point of view?
It's both. It's
Okay.
both. Equally both, I would say.
Okay. And we've got. Is this a closet or a sauna down
That's
here?
a cedar closet.
Oh, okay.
That'll go too.
Okay.
This will become the media room.
Okay.
So this is going to be a pool table and a big video screen, chairs
This will
for
become
watching
the
movies and
the
stuff
big
like that.
hangout spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. And I noticed there's another room off the stairs
Another
over here.
room over here and a bathroom.
Okay.
This will be the nanny suite.
Okay, so it's going to be like a live-in nanny kind of a situation.
Correct,
Okay, obviously this was the gym,
This was the gym. A
Okay.
resilient floor, big mirror, fans.
and this roof is staying.
This roof stays, but we lose the dormers here.
Okay.
That's for thermal reasons only.
You guys have your work cut out for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
So we are in week 1 right now. I'm declaring this week 1, even though I know you've already put in a year's worth of
Right.
planning. Any predictions? How long we're going to be here?
Our goal for completing is Thanksgiving of this year. Ideally, we have a little buffer there to get to Christmas if we
Yeah.
don't make Thanksgiving. But
Okay, and so demolition starts as early as tomorrow, right?
Correct? Yep.
Okay.
Salvage.
All right, so here we are on the outside. There's a lot of changes on the inside. What are we doing here, Elizabeth?
Well, we're going to clean it up a lot. It's a nice looking house, but it's a certain style. And the cedar needs to be replaced, siding and roofing, obviously. But the biggest move is that this upper roof here on this side of the house with the dormers is taken off completely and rebuilt. It will be raised up a bit so that the ridge lines almost match the existing roof over there. Then we're going to replace all the windows and doors in the house with super efficient,
Yep.
similar styles. The siding will all become vertical white shiplap.
Okay, definitely big change in the aesthetic.
Correct. It's going to get really just simplified, modernized. The porch will come off there and become more modern.
Okay, and I'm
And-
guessing from an energy point of view, you guys kind of have to do this because you need to figure out how to get down to the sheeting and do some air sealing, right?
depending on how much exterior insulation we can get on there.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So I guess the next time we see you guys, we're going to be into demolition. We're doing some careful deconstruction in some areas and some outright sledgehammer demolition in other areas, right?
Right, that's
Cool.
it.
So we'll see what you find and we'll take it from there. Thanks.